As we knew before, Manny Pacquiao jumped in the ring with Ampo last year during the summer. A lot of different things have gone on since then. We know the Mario Barrios fight was talked about with these two happening numerous times on and off. Before the Amon Ramos fight, before the Ampo fight. Seems like the fight just never happened, and I don't know what the holdup was throughout the whole situation. It seemed like when Manny Pacquiao was going against Ampo, he looked very, I don't know, normal in that fight, like regular, just as far as going against a guy who's not really a boxer. He didn't look like he was very superior in any kind of way boxing against Ampo. So I think that definitely had a lot of people thinking that maybe he needs to pump the brakes a little bit on what he's trying to do in the future. But he's looking towards making this last fight with Barrios happen, regardless of what everybody has to say about his performance in the past. He's willing to make this fight happen, and they're back in negotiations. And a lot of people thought that other names that were included and being mentioned recently weren't really valid, but this kind of shows that the negotiations for them just wasn't happening right now, and there was nothing really going on. No clear cut direction, because Manny Pacquiao even said recently that he was looking at a guy like Tank Davis for a fight because he knows that Tank doesn't have a fight. But that's something I'll talk about later on. But Manny Pacquiao has reached out to a lot of opponents. And the last two opponents he reached out to who weren't Mario Barrios had rematches that was requested. The biggest rematches in the boxing. So a lot of people might understand what I'm saying. A lot of people might not. But I will speak on that a little more later. But I'll just drop this hint another time. One more time. Last two guys that Manny Pacquiao wanted to fight that weren't Mario Barrios were guys that are now involved in two of the biggest rematches in boxing. So that's a big part of why that fight did not happen. And, you know, the things around that have circumstances, um, tough fights, trying to fight good opponents. It's hard to really, put things together like that, big fights. It has an effect, man. That's why it's kind of hard to plan things ahead of time when it comes to certain boxers, especially when they're fighting tough fights where it could be 50-50 either way. And Barrios, Pacquiao, a lot of other guys, they're always involved in tough fights. So it makes a lot of sense why this fight definitely is kind of being pushed back, has been pushed back, postponed multiple times, especially after Pacquiao's performance the last time in the ring. But Barrios, people will say, why is he trying to fight Pacquiao? That's Manny Pacquiao. I mean, what are we talking about? Who is going to turn down a fight with Manny Pacquiao? People will say, well, he's 40 something years old. Yeah, when he was in the ring with Keith Thurman, he was about 40 years old and he dropped him and won the fight. You got to think about it. So yeah, we've been saying that for a while, but yeah, Keith Thurman was in the ring with him. He knows definitely this is not an easy fight for a guy, especially if he comes in there prepared. So we'll see. That's all I got. Like and subscribe.